What's up, guys? This is Webby back again for your Monday Night Raw review for April 17th, 2017. Raw tonight was based and surrounded with building up the monster among men, Braun Strowman, making him to look like a god tonight. Absolutely. You know, WWE, that whole incident last week, how it caused that huge storm where fans got mad, WWE must not have cared. Because the first thing they did this week was show that incident, the highlights. Absolutely loved it. Braun Strowman destroying Roman Reigns. Didn't even see Roman Reigns tonight. The Superman God was not on TV. It's kind of a breath of fresh air, if you ask me. I know a lot of you WWE fans. But Braun Strowman comes out tonight, and he says that he caused all this damage, the cracked ribs, and he's happy about it. And he's sticking his tongue out, and he caused a shoulder separation and internal injuries, everything that had to do with Roman Reigns. He caused it, and he's enjoying that fact. And he is pleased to announce that Roman Reigns will not be on Monday Night Raw tonight. And Kurt Angle comes out and is absolutely irate, is not happy about what Braun Strowman has been doing. Says, why are you doing this? What do you want? Why do you have to act this way? Braun Strowman says he wants real competition. He's going to start mowing down the whole roster. Kurt Angle finally just says, look, you're getting a night off, pretty much. Braun Strowman, you don't give me what I want, you're going to regret it, pretty much. Pretty much, he walked out. Music hit. And he took out the trash. Because he destroyed the Golden Truth. And he wiped out Kalisto. Took out the trash. Literally put him in a dumpster. But all of this went into the Big Show versus Braun Strowman, which I will get to in just a little bit, where we had that huge spot at the end of Monday Night Raw tonight. Jericho versus Samoa Joe. This, really was to build more towards Seth Rollins and Samoa Joe than Chris Jericho and Samoa Joe. Yes, do Chris Jericho and Samoa Joe have history? Yes, but this doesn't build to anything. Samoa Joe was going to pick up the victory here. He needed to pick up the victory here. It doesn't make sense for Chris Jericho to. Seth Rollins is out there watching the matchup. Samoa Joe is on Raw. Samoa Joe and Seth Rollins is about to have their rivalry end at PayBack. Chris Jericho is about to leave. Doesn't make any sense for Chris Jericho to walk out the victor here. It was a good matchup, but, whatever. It wouldn't make any sense for him to win, but it was a good encounter. Biggest thing here is Samoa Joe said he's going to get payback for Triple H and Stephanie McMahon because of what Seth Rollins did to them. Pedigreeing Triple H in the center of the ring at WrestleMania 33 and Stephanie McMahon going through a table at WrestleMania. Seth Rollins pretty much sticking it out there that payback is a you-know-what. And he's going to get revenge on Samoa Joe in 2 weeks. Can definitely see Samoa Joe losing at payback to Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins' momentum continuing. And us not seeing a repeat of the ligaments and all that being torn apart. Anderson and Gallows versus Enzo and Cass. This was supposed to be Anderson and Gallows versus Archers and Goldust. Strowman took care of that for us. Thank God. I would hate to see that jobber encounter. That jobber snooze fest. But Anderson and Gallows pick up the victory here. Enzo gets pinned again. Absolutely, yeah. Cass comes in, does his big boot, does all his spots that he always gets. Big Cass is never going to get pinned, never going to lose as long as this team's, together. And that's what Enzo's there for. I hate it. I hate that he gets beat every time these guys lose a match. He's the one that takes the pinfall, but what can we do? And Anderson Gallows knock him off the top rope, and that's pretty much how the match ends. Anderson Gallows picks up the victory. They're being mean and making green. Miz TV with Dean Ambrose. Ugh! I'm sorry. I can't get excited about this whole Miz situation, this whole Miz rivalry with Dean Ambrose. Number one, we've already seen it. Number two, The Miz was so promising on SmackDown Live. And he's not now. He's not. He's going to get lost in the shuffle. He's going to flounder on Monday Night Raw. He's going to. He's going to do Miz TV after Miz TV after Miz TV after Miz TV. And then he's going to lose all his rivalries. Yeah, sure, every once in a while he might have the Intercontinental Championship. But that's it. This segment tells Dean Ambrose that he has no character. All his characteristics suck, pretty much. And he's been given everything. And Dean Ambrose gets tired of listening to all this stuff that The Miz is just jabbering on, because all he does is sound just like he did when he was having his rivalry with John Cena. And The Miz pretty much gets taken down by Dean Ambrose, because Dean Ambrose said, I have heart. I do this for fans. I like having hard-hitting matches. I like having my teeth get put up through my nose. Sounded a little bit like Cactus Jack there for a minute when he talked about how he liked his wrestling. And then he started taking off his jacket, threw it on Maurice, and then took The Miz down. Miz ran away like a cowardly hill. But I really hate what's going to happen to The Miz on Monday Night Raw. And I think a lot of people out there will agree with me. One thing that I know everybody will agree with me with is that Alexa Bliss is the Raw Women's Champion #1 contender now. Good. Absolutely. She's going to face Bayley for the Raw Women's Championship at PayBack. She's going right to the top of the mountain. #1 contender already. Her second week on Monday Night Raw. Absolutely well deserved. Go Alexa Bliss. You got the mic skills. You got the in-ring tactics as far as being a heel. You got the in-ring work skills. You got the total package as far as a heel in the women's division for Monday Night Raw. So, I hope she takes the title away from Bayley at PayBack. Finn Balor versus Kurt Hawkins. Look, let's face the facts, okay? Kurt Hawkins, all right, #1, you're a jobber. You did not give the Big Show his main event spot this week. Okay? Number 2. You are the new Jinder Mahal of Monday Night Raw. Now, you're not a roid rager like he is, but you'll be jobbing every week. Number 3. It's a shame that Finn Balor, since he came back from injury, has been having to have these useless jobber matches every single week. I realize you want to be easy with him. I realize Jinder Mahal cold-cocked him his last match and leveled him, and caused him to bleed, and rumor was that he had a concussion and all that stuff. But really, this is like 3 weeks now. Enough with these jobber matches. Enough. Put him in something important. Put him in a rivalry. Okay? Get this Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton rivalry done and over with. Get PayBack over with and put Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor together in something important, because that would be very intriguing. 2 dark characters, 2 intriguing characters in a rivalry on Monday Night Raw. That is something that us wrestling fans could really sink our teeth into. Bray Wyatt, speaking of him, came out and he's up there on Titantron and he's talking about the House of Horrors matchup that no question he's going to lose. WWE could not save the roster shakeup till after, the first Raw exclusive pay-per-view, or maybe after the first SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. One of those. Couldn't be after one of those. They had to do it right after WrestleMania. And I realize they get some buzz, but a lot of these matches at PayBack mean absolutely nothing. And Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt is one of those. And the sad thing is, it's for the WWE Championship. Bray Wyatt comes on here and he talks about what we're going to see. And it just absolutely reminds me of the Wyatt family compound match between the Wyatt family and the New Day. You're going to see Sister Abigail stuff. It's going to be outside, maybe some cars. Maybe, flickering in and out things. And we're going to see some things that might scare Randy Orton, according to Bray Wyatt. But that's what we have to look forward to. But let's get this rivalry over with. Jeff Hardy versus Cesaro. This, not that bad. Cesaro took a horrible twist of fate. It looked more like a Stone Cold Stunner, honestly. But Jeff Hardy, for his first singles matchup back in WWE, and I think it was like 8 years, pretty good. Cesaro is really probably the best man to do it with. They have a really good competitive match, and Jeff Hardy picks up the victory here. We all knew it was going to happen. The Hardy Boys at PayBack will retain their championship. No question about that. And finally, in the main event, we didn't see Roman Reigns, but we had to witness, it's the Big Show. Jeez. versus the monster among men, Braun Strowman. Forget about the entire matchup. Forget about it. These two guys don't impress me. Braun Strowman is starting to get a big buzz because of how he's been dominating the Roman Empire. But you stick Braun Strowman with the Big Show and it puts me to sleep. And Braun Strowman and the Big Show tonight didn't do anything but try to pull off breaking the ring up until that last part of the match where the Big Show got suplexed off. So what are they going to do now? Reinforce the ring and have another match next week? Are they going to give us Braun Strowman versus the Big Show next week? It's coming. All you joy juicers out there, it's coming. I know it created a pop. You had a girl crying, people crying in the audience, people on the edge of their feet, screaming at the top of their lungs. More of the casual audience, really, that did that. But, yeah. This match, not too exciting for me. And we'll probably have to see that again next week. But I'm just glad Roman Reigns didn't show up. Because if it did, the entire segment last week would have been for nothing. And it would have made Braun Strowman look like a wimp. And just a nobody. So, that's Monday Night Raw tonight. Okay show. It wasn't great. Raw is back to its normal self. WrestleMania season's over. The first Raw of WrestleMania is over. So it's going back downhill. Even with the talent they have. The shakeup's over. You know, it's still not producing extraordinary shows. This week proves it. Braun Strowman and the Big Show in the main event. Y'all subscribe to my channel. Show this channel some love for me. Twitter and Facebook at 2007 Webby. Leave me a comment below on everything you think that happened tonight on Monday Night Raw or whatever's on your mind. Leave me a comment below. Tomorrow, SmackDown Live review. Who will be the next #1 contender for the WWE Championship? You got a big, huge 6-man pack challenge thing tomorrow night. Battle Royal, some type of 6-man match on SmackDown. So ready for that encounter. Until I see you again, this is Webby, and I'll catch you on the other side.